I'm Steve Backshall, and I love sharks.
What a sensational animal!
So I'm getting closer than ever before.
Wow!
To reveal there's more to these awesome creatures
Utterly harmless!
than just a fierce reputation. I want to take you into the world of the shark to understand what makes them special. Come with me and discover the secret lives of sharks up close. Sharks live in all our oceans. But did you know that some sharks live on mountains? We're going to explore two extraordinary shark mountains and discover how sharks use them as a hunting ground, as a sofa, and as a map. Let's get up close to sharks in the mountains. We're heading into the empty, wet wilderness of the Pacific Ocean to find a speck of land, Roca Partida. This tiny tip of a volcanic seamountain, or seamount, stretches thousands of meters down to the very bottom of the sea. Roca Partida is the most obvious and dramatic oceanic seamount you'll ever see. It's a full day's steaming in any direction before you reach land. And very close to here is the deep, the abyss, 3,700 meters of depth. An almost vertical wall of rock shaped by powerful currents and home to mountaineering sharks. Let's get closer.
These cliff faces create the perfect focus for underwater life. Everything from plankton to predators.
These are silvertip sharks.
They're very aptly named. The trailing edge of each of their fins is emblazoned in silvery white.
Silvertips hug the mountains, feasting on fish. Now they're coming closer. Have a look at the eye. Their vision is vital to their hunting success. A layer of mirrored crystals called a tapetum lucidum reflect light, so the eye can use the same light twice. Cats have it too, but we don't. So sharks can see up to 10 times better than we can.
They have a very bold nature. Direct, not aggressive, but certainly confident.
Like all sharks, the silvertip has a sensory tool that allows it to detect movement. A line of holes called the lateral line runs the length of a shark's body. Let's have a closer look. Inside, tiny hairs are triggered by movement in the water and alert the brain. So even if the silvertip can't smell or see its food, it can feel it. The silvertips use the mountain as a hunting ground. But for another type of shark, this mountain is the rocky equivalent of a sofa. Sharks on long journeys use the caves and balconies on Roca Partida as a temporary place to rest from the strong currents. But some sharks live here. This mountain is their whole world, like the whitetip reef shark.
Every single ledge and crack and crevice is packed with whitetip reef sharks all lodged in together like sardines in a can. Most Pacific Ocean sharks have to swim constantly to breathe. It's called ram ventilation. But whitetip reef sharks can pump water over their gills, and through the day they lie here, just resting.
Whitetip pups must fend for themselves from the moment they're born. Whether for comfort or for safety, these babies spend the day safely together in their mountain cave.
I guess this doesn't fit with many people's idea of what a shark is. You expect them to be menacing, active predators, not cuddled together like a family on the sofa after Sunday lunch. These tiny miniature whitetips are babies, pups. Some of them may be no more than a few days old. They may spend their whole lives here on this one rock.
Not all sharks are permanent residents on the mountain. Some, like hammerheads and silky sharks, use the mountain in a very different way.
Look at that! School of silky sharks! There must be 100 of them! Absolutely extraordinary!
Silkies won't stay here for long. They continually zigzag across the vast Pacific.
Nomadic sharks, on their long-distance migrations across the Pacific, will use seamounts like this as stepping stones on their great journeys, as places to rest up, to breathe, and to feed.
Traveling over 3,000 kilometers across the Pacific, we can explore another underwater mountain where sharks queue up for care. This is just the very tip of Cocos Island. Below the water is not just one mountain, but an entire mountain range. It's like swimming through the Alps, except in this underwater mountain range, you get sharks, not snowmen. The open ocean may be desolate, but in these protected mountains, there's an explosion of life. The trick is how to find the mountains in the vast ocean. Sharks like these scalloped hammerheads can find sea mountains because the volcanic rock is full of magnetic minerals, and that extraordinary head works just like a metal detector. Each underwater mountain gives off a strong but invisible signal. The sharks move from one signal to the next, guided across empty oceans by the mountains. The sharks come here for a very special service.
The brightly coloured, disc-shaped fish around me are butterfly or barberfish. And they've all gathered here to provide a service to the other larger creatures.
These are cleaner fish, and this is their cleaning station.
As the sharks approach, they rock their bodies from side to side as a signal to the smaller fish that they're ready to be cleaned.
The barberfish then move in, nibbling off dead skin and gobbling up parasites, even cleaning out wounds on the shark's body.
It's a perfect example of symbiosis, of two animals living and working together in harmony.
More and more hammerheads queue up to be cleaned.
Wow, 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 wow.
Parasites and infected wounds can cause blindness, illness, and even death for sharks. So these cleaning stations are lifesavers.
When these seamounts first came into being as volcanoes, they would have been completely barren. Nothing would have been living here at all. But almost immediately, life found a way, not just above the seas, but beneath. It's probable that the hammerhead sharks have been coming here to these seamounts for millions of years.
Let's hope they keep coming for millions more. Exfoliated and gleaming with health, these mighty hammerheads are ready to leave. As they enter the vast blue desert, their onboard sensors plot a pathway to the next shark mountain in a chain that connects the sea. A pathway made of mountains hidden beneath the waves. For more sensational sharks, get up close to the next episode now.